phone ringing, heels on the floor, charts keep swinging, we're back for more. High risk fever, crowd runs hot, buy that shimmer, ride that shine. Win with gold, let it roll up and down, but we glow, dance on the line where the prices explode, hands to the sky, gonna win with gold, let it roll, girls in the booth sing go, laugh through the rush when the story is told, tonight we win with gold.
Good evening, guys. Good evening. Welcome back. We are back to trading gold with our friends from Ola Prime. I'm back from my week vacation, so we're going to trade today. We're going to trade tomorrow. They are running a very, very hot sale right now, 48-hour sale. Be sure to get it. The link I just put up there, I'm actually going to just pin the link for you guys with the code EDGE. Make sure you use the code EDGE. 30% off on the futures challenges, 45% off on all the Forex CFD challenges. So be sure to take advantage of it because it's going to be gone in a couple of days. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Ola, definitely one of our favorite CFD brokers. Somebody's asking me, how do I trade this on MT5? The very cool thing is I use my tool, my trading tool over here. As you can see, it allows me to scale into a position, scale out of position, do all sorts of flexible things at a click of a button. This tool is yours completely free if you just buy one of those challenges. And of course, buying those challenges for 45% off is an amazing deal. So no strings attached. You bought a challenge, you send me a screenshot, and I will send you this tool, which lets you buy, sell, scale out, size up, change your stops and targets, wrap everything in an instant stop and a target. All of this totally your way. I am trading today. I'm actually gonna buy more. I just completed a trade over here just as we were starting. Entry here, and then an exit over here on a profit. I'm gonna buy more on the assumption here, and of course it's always problematic that this is the bottom for the near term. That we are gold almost always is a trend up trade in Asia, and especially when we're at session lows, that's always a good value proposition. So I bought the session lows here. I'm not trading with trend with gold, basically on the assumption that I think gold is always a rising trade in Asia. Asia loves to buy gold around this time of the day, so we're going to essentially try to buy gold at value. If it crashes through the lows, we'll get out. But for now, we're up on the trade a little bit. I think, well, we're up on a trade a lot, actually. And watch what I can do here. Quarter out. And actually, I'm almost all out, right? And what do I have? I have quarter left. I can do half out. And then I want to do everything out. Okay, and now I'm just out. So we took the whole position in small increments, big increments, whatever you want with this tool. Super fast, right? Blazing fast. In my execution, that's what the tool is. I designed it for you. So anybody who's on an MT5 or anybody who wants to use Ola, which obviously uses MetaTrader 5, this tool is yours. It's a proprietary tool called One Click Trader, which I made myself. It can be used on anything. I use it obviously on gold, but you can use it on NASDAQ. You can use it on Forex. You can use it in any way you want. You can modify all the stops, the targets, and everything else. There's a full, explanatory video of how this whole thing works, which I'll send you. So be my guest. Go out there, go get some. All you need to do is just buy some Olas, and you get this tool totally for free. So that's the question, the answer to the question of how you trade my strategy with MT5. In fact, I'll be honest with you. I only wish I had this tool in futures because my life would be a lot easier. This tool, I don't even discuss this, but the tool can also buy it, bid, sell it, offer, do a whole bunch of other stuff that that is very, very flexible and really, really cool. It also has a trailing stop. It has a whole bunch of stuff built into the back end that I don't even talk about because essentially I use it strictly for scalping. But it can be used very effectively for swing trading, which is also really cool because on any CFD broker like Ola, you can size your position any way you like and therefore trade on a multi-day basis, which could work for you. So, anyways, bottom line is it's all yours. It's all part of the BK experience. Go out there, go get it, have a great time. Gold, as I said, relatively quiet. I didn't even look at the whole thing. Let's see how it traded the whole day long today. I haven't even looked. Generally positive rally. We were up above VWAP all through the North American session. This is reflexive of the general risk attitude that we had in across all assets. So we came up from basically 4,800, about $50. Not a bad day. I mean, a 1% day, nice, slow, steady. The dots caught almost all of the move. You can see that the trend dots catching moves here, all of them doing quite well. So I can't really fault anything. Asia looks consolidative, right? We opened up, came back down. I love buying the lows. Right now we're midpoint. There's nothing to do. I'm really not interested in doing anything. So we made our trades off the bottom, made a little bit of money. We'll see if there's anything more to squeeze out of Asia in the next hour. But that's pretty much it. You really given the way this asset trades, we can't scalp this the way we do with NASDAQ for a couple of points. We have to give it, for 4 or 5 point trades. Therefore, we got to give it like a 10-point breathing room. And generally, as I said, if I have a chance to buy gold at session lows at around 7 o'clock New York, I will. Especially if I see any over here, I saw evidence of a little bit of a double bottom, and I will. I will not trade the dots in my direction because gold is just notoriously a positive trend trade in Asia. So, we'll see how that plays out. As to everything else on the market, I haven't even looked at I don't even know where MNQ is trading. Let's see what, that's just very, very flat. We did finally break the 26,000 on NASDAQ, which was, we talked about this during the power hour where we came close. We came super close. We came like right around here, right? And it was from around 13 to 14. We came to about 67 and then just dove, came back down, stayed pretty quiet. And then the last hour was the rally hour. This is we haven't seen this in NASDAQ in a long time where the last hour actually is the rally hour. And it's traded wide. We're still, we're trading pretty well. Do I think we hold the highs here? Probably not. Asia tends to usually always retrace a little bit. I don't think it's impossible for us to maybe come down to 25,960, somewhere around there, and then try to re-rally a little bit later. Gold looks very, very quiet too. Not much really going on here. News-wise, I haven't looked at the latest headlines, but let's look. Let's look at the news-wise. VP Vance, we're negotiating with Iran. Ceasefire is holding. Trump's going to do an interview at 6 a.m. tomorrow. That's interesting. So we will see what he has to say. That should be interesting. I'm going to try and make a video on that. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. I'm making videos every morning for everybody on the latest sort of structure of the day. Just looking to see if there's anything else here. What is this? Hashtag? What is this? This is a cat. This is a new thing on Twitter. Hashtag. Okay, now I'm curious. What is this new thing? Let's see. Cash. Wait, close. Hashtag. Oh, I don't know what this is. Okay, clearly bullshit. Anyways, bottom line is, looks like they're negotiating. Ceasefire is holding. Blockade is in place. The ships turned around today. We will see, what happens. But for the next couple of days, it's relative quiet. That's positive risk, obviously, and we're seeing that in risk assets. Pretty much a reflexive of that. Gold's still under the VWAP, so not much to do here. This is pretty, I don't really care if it gives me a dot signal or not. I'm really kind of much more interested in, testing the session lows, session highs here in gold. Hey, good evening, guys. Good evening. So hopefully that answers your question, Max, on what is it that I'm doing on gold, how that's trading out. Anybody else have any other questions? I'm happy. Good morning from Australia. Happy to answer all your questions. Those of you guys who are using wealth charts, were you able to get the dots configured? I hope so. I'm happy to configure that with them with you tomorrow. It's going to be regular trading time, 9 o'clock. We had a really it's kind of a little bit of a frustrating but fun session for the power hour. I'm definitely going to do more power hours with you. But I showed the entry technique in power hour for all of the dot trades, and I'm going to modify it even more so. So like originally I said, what you want to do is whenever you have a dot, you kind of assume the retrace and try to buy the retrace. But I think that the right trade is entry at dot, and then or half entry at half size at dot, and then the other half size at retrace, and then you're going to get the best of both worlds. If you get a runner, the trade just verticalizes. If the trade retraces, you can get a good blended price, and then just work that way from there. So I think that's the way to trade all of this properly. We know dots work. The thing about dots that's kind of maddening is we know that they work, but they also almost always have a retrace structure within them. So that 1-2 dance is what this particular way of trading tries to capture. Otherwise, very quiet. Not much going on here. How's your trading been going, guys? Did you guys have a good afternoon? I was able to bring everything to positive, as I said to you I would. So all my, I did bring everything back up to positive. I'm within a couple of $100 of striking distance here. So I will let you guys know how that's working. But for now, we're just floating around near session lows. Here's our OLA tool. Hey, Saba, were you able to figure out how to get the dots working on well charts? I hope so. It's relatively easy. You just need to go into settings and turn all the dots on. They were turned off for some reason. The programmers. You don't have session dots miss in well charts? They're there. I mean, the session. This is well charts. If you guys want it, yeah, the session is there. The sessions are there. What I was going to say is, if you want to just make sure that you have dots, here I'll show you quickly. if you want to just make sure that you have dots, you simply go over here. I'll show this to you two guys tomorrow, but just make sure that all of this is just, you know, marked, you know, and wonder why it's not. All right, you know what? Oh no, here they are. They're over here. There's just no dots here. There's just, you know, there's just some dots over here. There's just no trades because it's super quiet. But there's, you know, just like there's no dots over here. See, there's no dots over here. Everything is suppressed. That's why. If you don't want them, if you want to see all the dots, all you got to do is just simply go in here and go to parameters. Go to the thing that suppresses all the dots when they're net is just, you know, dot trigger mode. Oh, you're right. You know what? Damn it. This is going to have to be updated, guys. I'm sorry. It's going to have to be updated in about a week or so. I don't have. Yeah. Nothing I can do until there is a setting here that should be off. There's no offsetting. They forgot to add the offsetting. So you're just gonna, you know, you just have to wait until you get those dots over there. Sorry, nothing I can do about that. We'll have to wait till next week till we can update them. Okay, let's go back to just looking at this. I think, sorry, like Saber, I'm just trying to think of like how to fix this for you. If you make parameters, the problem is it's all suppressing because the delta group is suppressing, right? So what you want to do is maybe, let me see if you just go 1, 0, 0, apply. So you have all these dots, but why is this not working? Oh, hold on. Let me do one more thing. I'm just going to do one more thing, which is both. Why? What is one other thing that I'm just trying to do here? Hang on. Oh, range, main speed, range. Yeah, there we go. Range. Get rid of range. Range is the only other thing that's suppressing it. So if you suppress everything to 0 and you get to range, then you have all the dots back. That's what you would do. Okay. Sorry. So go range, make range like only 10 ticks long, suppress all the delta factors, and then you get all your dots, and then you can trade them any way you want if you don't want to use the delta filters. Okay. Sorry, I had to figure this out for you guys. Let's go back to gold, see what gold is doing. It's very quiet, not much going on here. That's why I'm really not committing. We made nice trades in the MT5 tool. But now it's just, you know, there's nothing going on here. So there's no point in trying to press it. As I said, the trade for me in gold is either going to be at the lows here at the 57s, or if we start clearing the VWAP and I want to get long. But for right now, there's just nothing going on. It's very, very quiet. So no point in doing it. I'm glad you asked me that, Saber, because now there's a workaround. I totally forgot. There is a workaround basically for anybody who wants to use the dots properly. So what else? Anybody else? Anything else in your mind, guys? Ask me any questions. Quiet night tonight. Not much going on. We are making a higher low, right? You could make this case that we're sort of made a higher low, maybe worth a shot, a small shot. Let's just take a small. See, it's very cool. You can just come down a little bit, buy a little bit, maybe average in a little bit over here if I can on this position, and just really try to trade the double bottom here. That's it. There's nothing else I really want to do. Tam, how are you, man? I haven't seen you in ages. What'd you guys trade today? No, there's no way to apply dots on MT5. MT5 doesn't have the kind of graphics you need. Dots as a trading view indicator, okay? But you can use trading view, for your signals, and you can obviously execute on MT5. What we use MT5 for is our whole execution structure, okay? So there's no dots on MetaTrader 5, but do you have trading view, Reina? I'm ignoring all the dots right now because they're underneath the trend, and my general bias in gold is that gold is either now or maybe half hour from now is always a rally in Asia. So what you want to do with gold is actually buy the dips, not sell the dips, unless you have incredibly negative news. You kind of just want to do that. So session lows at around 57 on futures. Let's see if this double. I'm actually not gonna try and front run this. I want to see if this tests, holds, rallies, or tests, presses lower, and then reapplies, and then I will trade it. By the way, you can do the same thing on TradingView as I did on Well Charts, which is, if you want the thing on TradingView that makes it a lot easier is just you can just turn Delta off, and then those settings will go away. And then the other thing you can do is just make dots two ways. I have dots configured for trend only. But where's my dots? Here, both. wonder. I'm trying to figure out like why. Oh, I know and then you get rid of ROC. Now it's gonna give you all the dots. There you go. So like now I've got rid of literally all filters. This is pure dots and trend. And then you can just trade dots as you like. So in this type of Asia session, I actually want to buy the reds. This thing comes down, like let's say this spikes to 60 on the lows, or I get a red dot on the close. I want to buy the red dot, not sell the red dot. Again, the idea here is you want to buy the dips on the fact that gold might start to rally especially near the session lows. Let's see, 17. Let me see. So what I've done here is I've just completely gotten rid of all my filters, and I'm going to do the exact opposite of the standard dot protocol, which is to buy it. Let me see if I want to. Let's go back in here. Let's see if we can buy a little bit more. It just popped up on me. Oh, buy limit. I don't want to buy limit. Oops, and I got it. Good. Okay, I bought the limit. All right. Let's just see. It's just sitting there nice and quiet. On well charts, what you want is, if you go in here, you want to make sure that all of this is clicked on, right? Every one of these is clicked on, set as default. And then in parameters, 10 ticks for the range. Basically, you're just suppressing everything. 10 ticks for the range. And then when you go into dot settings, set the dot settings to both, so that you're getting trend and counter trend signals. And then obviously show dots, blah, blah, blah. And then you want, where's the, and then on the delta group, just put minimum threshold at 0, which is effectively like getting rid of delta group. And then you're all set. Okay. And then you should be able to see everything. You can say it's set as default and apply. Let me know if that's working for you. So a little bit more selling, trying to test the lows here at 57. Not much really going on here. Very quiet session. I just want to see if there's anything else on the news side. So, all right, Israelis and Lebanese broke away. Vance says they're negotiating with Iran. It just seems to me the whole negotiation with Iran now is over, turning over the nuclear fissile material, and they're trying to do everything in their power to not turn it over. One of the suggestions that they offered was that Russia would take the fissile material from them. I really hope they don't make that deal where any third party but the U.S. has full and complete control over the material. That seems to be the sticking point here. They don't want to give it up, and of course we need to have it. That's really what it's all about. Wow, 103 empty ships are heading to U.S. ports to stock up on oil. That's a lot of ships. Ba-boom. A little bit of rally, 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 rally. Watch this. Now watch how cool I can do this. Cancel, quarter close, quarter close, quarter close, quarter close. Look at this. I'm just simply shaving my profits so that I'm always locking in my profits. Everything is at break even now. Quarter close, quarter close. Now I have nothing left. If I want to close it all, boom. And I'm done. And I actually did about $150 today with you guys on just absolutely, nothing. Just being very patient, letting the thing come down, get the explosion. I lock and see how I can just lock in all the explosions super fast. Quarter, quarter, quarter. If this thing was going to run higher, I would have been able to get more, whatever. Now it's really running higher. It's like a perfect example. As I said, gold is a buy to dip story in Asia, and you need to use the dots in the exact opposite way that they're designed, right? Today was like a really good example of doing that. By the way, anybody bought that with me and around these levels and flipped it over? Let me know. Would have been great. You guys would have done really, really well. As I said, our friends at Ola Prime make it super easy. You can trade any size you want on a CFD platform. That's a huge advantage of it. They are 45% off today. So go out there, get some challenges, please. The link is pinned, but it's the code is EDGE. Gloria made 180. Nice. Yeah, that was a pretty easy, clean trade. Good job, Gloria. I feel like Asia is just basically a time of bide your time, and then boom. You got to be a what is it, like a sniper? You just wait, and then boom, 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 boom. You just kill it. Yeah. Good for you. Good job, guys. Today was a good day. Everything got executed exactly as I wanted. And we've basically flipped the script on dots by turning them into buying the reds, especially near the lows. A much better trade than trying to chase them to the downside. So hopefully you guys like that. Who's trading with me from Asia today? I know there are crazy people trading with me from Europe, which is late for you guys. But who's trading with me from Asia? I know. What time is it in Australia? Is it? It's morning, right? It's like around 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. Where are my Aussies at? I'm actually curious. Let's do a little bit of a poll. I'm curious how many people trade with MetaTrader 5 here. I use MT5 to trade. Curious. Answer my poll. Yes, no. Doesn't mean exclusively, but just generally, do you use MT5? Yeah, it's 1:37 in Munich. I know, Xaber. And you got to go to work. Singapore, nice to have you, Brian. Early morning in Singapore. Before work. Gold reversing a little bit on that spike. And by the way, that's the really cool part about this tool that you can use with Ola is you see, like, the stuff doesn't hold a lot of times, right? It just kind of reverses a lot of times. So the ability to kind of quickly lock it in is really, really useful. And if you're patient, you can lock it in and then just simply hold the stop at partial stop over here and see if you get a full reversal on the move. Okay. Remember the good old days when gold used to trade $50 a minute? No longer. Now we just have our regular structures. Still pretty productive session for a quiet session. Caught all the lows. Gold is above VWAP. $9:40 in the morning for you, Keith? Yeah, it's a good time. I feel like Asia is a great time to trade the edges, but in the opposite way of how we would do it. In other words, you're buying at the lower edges. Always with gold, you really want to be buying at lower edges. But even at the upper edges, a lot of times you could consider selling. But definitely, long bias in Asia. We see Asia rally so many times, right? Asia loves to buy gold. Yeah, sometimes gold can get 200 pips, 2,000 pips on daily. That's true. But that's great for us. We love that volatility. This is actually, today was only 500 pips on a daily move. It was a relatively quiet day. But you can really see dealers run it down, bring it up, run it down, bring it up. The zigzaggy move is how they make all their money back. I mean, that's the easy way to make money back in those sessions. Well, I'm going to see if we come down to the low. I'm really not doing any trades unless we come down to the lows in the next 5-10 minutes. If we don't, we made some good trades already. We had a good, very clean. We started the session by buying the lows. Then we bought this dip over here, and then we took a nice clean rally over here. But it does look like it wants to. It's gearing up for a run to the highs. Really looking pretty good. White dot over here on the trades. Higher white dot. Coming down. I wanted to put a buy. Oh, cancel. I was like, I wanted to buy a bid underneath here, but didn't get a chance. So those of you guys that use MT5, as I said, the tool is totally yours. You can use it for anything. It's really, really good. You don't have to trade just gold with it. You can trade any instrument you like with it. But really, really useful for gold. I'm actually kind of wondering, I think we can trade. Can we trade NDX? I'm just curious. And let's see, can you, if you go here and you go symbols, indices, this one we have to show symbol. Wonder if we can chart window. You know, we could actually probably trade NDX. We usually don't trade NDX, but I think with this tool set, we probably could. Let me see if I have a template on here. Hola. Yeah. Maybe we'll fool around a little bit and trade NDX tomorrow. That'll be fun, huh? Why don't we do that? NASDAQ is clearly a buy trade. But this is like, where, you buy the dot, you buy the retrace, you sell it all out here. That's actually perfect for our strategy. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I think that'll be fun. Let's come back tomorrow. We'll trade NDX with this as well. Have fun. Because we can do small sizes, average ourselves in. Just start with 1/10 of a lot, run those things. Keith says, yesterday was amazing. Today is choppy. You mean like gold is? Yesterday was very, very clean and clear. But we can make money out of choppy as well, as long as we position ourselves properly, right? Gold actually is looking good. I should have bought this trade here. I had this temptation, but now I'm just going to let it go. We've had a good session. Tomorrow we'll do NASDAQ as well. We'll trade NASDAQ as well on the platform. So that'll be really, really good. We can trade both. That actually makes me excited because that means we'll have more opportunities to trade. We'll have fun. It's a little tough with spread, but if we average ourselves in, we'll be able to get it all done. You long gold? Good for you. I think that's going to work. I should have been long here. That would have been a clean trade, but I gave it up. All right, guys, I gotta go deal with the young one. Good session today. We knocked it out. Tomorrow we'll double the fun. We'll add NASDAQ to our repertoire, and using dots and using kind of Asia session structures. See what we can do there. This is gold. Looks like it wants to run the highs, which is great. Those of you guys who got in on above VWAP, you want to trade the dots. Below here, we were buying the dots, right? That's kind of the strategy for gold. With NASDAQ is the exact opposite. We just want to, trade the dots cleanly. Let me see something. This is kind of cool. Let me see if I can save this as a template, and we'll call this no filter. And then I wonder if we can apply it here. I'm just curious. Yeah, look at all these dots. Look at all these dots, no filter dots. And then you just want to buy it. Look at this. We could have bought all of this stuff just on a slow scalp basis. Yeah, for sure. Let's do that tomorrow. That'll be a lot of fun. That will be a lot of fun. Okay, guys. thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hope you guys had a good evening. I know everybody banked on whatever trades we did, so that's good. And tomorrow we'll add the Nasdaq in there. So I'll see everybody tomorrow. Everybody have a great day. I'll see everybody tomorrow in the morning, also, of course, for the New York Open. So that will be a lot of fun. Everybody have a great day. See you guys a little bit later. Don't forget our friends at Ola Prime, right over here, 30% on the Futes and 45% on the CFDs. That's what we're trading right now. The CFDs, you buy the 45s off, and you're going to get the tool from me as well. So just email me, and I'll be happy to send you the tool. But just get the accounts with Ola. All right, guys. Everybody have enjoy. I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care.